Hi again, all. Day 3 of the Scoby Separator Zinc Copper Cell. Um, Yesterday, I checked it out, and it was not too bad, except for it was a bit dead. So I charged it up, and it held a charge. And it's got no electrolyte though. This is the same cell we made the other day. So I'll connect it. Let's see what we got. Alright, we got 0.89. Do we have enough power in the cell to run that little motor? I'll put it back on the milliamp range. So it's on the 200 milliamp range. Did that touch the power then? Yeah. Alright, we do have some voltage in there. We have 28 milliamps and 0.53. So the cell's still functioning after 3 days. Doesn't have electrolyte, just the Scoby juice. Well, it was washed, so it's whatever's in the fibres. They hold a lot of water though. And they dry out to nothing. Alright, so we're not gonna, it doesn't look like it's gonna run for that long. We're down to 0.26 and it's only a minute 42. Yeah, we're dropping now. We definitely are. Alright, so we'll stop it there. We'll give it a charge at 5 volts. I'll put this on 10 milliamp range because it goes over 200 milliamps. I'll set the timer. We'll give it 10 seconds and then we'll keep the timer running and do a discharge of it. Connecting power supply. Oh, get the right lead. Alright, connecting the power supply now. Setting timer. See, we've got 350 milliamps. Alright, that's 10 seconds. And we'll connect the load. Oh, I'll swap the lead over. And we'll see if we can get more than 2 minutes. We can't give it too long of a charge because it might damage that separator in there. So we'll have to just do small bursts. It's only 5 volts, so that's pretty high. Well, we're about 1 minute now. Still holding its voltage well. It's doing alright actually. It's 2 minutes thereabouts, 20 milliamps. Alright, I'll leave the timer running and I'll get back when it's at 0.24, 25 like we were. Almost missed it. We're somewhere at 5 minutes and we dropped right down here. So it's probably 4 minutes on a 10-second charge, no electrolyte, just a Scoby Separator, 3 days after harvesting. Oh, we'll see the recovery. So we're back up to 0.6. Sort of runs the load, but at low milliamps. Well, alright, I'll leave that for another couple of days and see what happens. See how long we get a life out of the cell, and then we'll try to add some electrolyte and see if it comes back. And for a quick little update on this cell, the cell's even clearer, if you can. I cleaned the outside of the jar, but the liquid looks super clean, like a fish tank, or a healthy fish tank would. And there's lots of bubbles. This thing was last charged 3 days ago, and when I checked yesterday it wasn't too bad. So we'll see what happens on the 3rd day sitting around. Okay, we're at 1.38 volts, and for a load run, not too bad. The motor actually sounds. So this is the carbon rod with some carbon wrapped around it, wrapped in a little pink dishcloth thing. So somewhat not too bad, because they do drain and then they don't sort of work too well. Alright, see what a voltage recovery on that one does. And, oh yeah, we'll look at the plate. Still looks about the same-ish. And for the other cell we were testing yesterday, it's been sitting here. I charged it up after we left the last experiment and just left it on the side there. So we'll see if it's still even valid. Okay, alright, we got 1 volt at least. And we'll connect the load. Somewhat. Not as good as this other one. But that's pretty loose electrode. Maybe if we can get more out of it. I'll hold it up against the side. Yeah, not too bad. It's 25 milliamps still. We'll check out the carbon electrode since I can just pull it out of there. It's hard to tell. Doesn't really look like it's eaten. Look, there's traces of copper on it. Sort of looks a bit thin down there. Yeah, right there you can sort of see a little, but that could have been damaged with pliers. Not sure. So we'll stick it back in. Yeah, so they're still valid after 3 days, so we'll keep testing them and see what happens. This one's the one I'm interested in, because it makes it lightweight, pretty thin. Well, I can't imagine it will be working when it dries out. Perhaps it will, it's just a separator plate and it's acting as a capacitor, but yeah, interesting. We'll keep our eye on this one. Alright, thanks for watching. Testing how well just a piece of copper and zinc go together. Get a spoon. Okay, so we get a voltage of going up 0.9, say. Alright, connecting the load. Ah, it's out already. Oh, here we go. Nah, we're out. What's going on there? So just carbon. Just zinc. Hang on, the zinc connector's good. Just zinc and copper. Not so good by the looks of it, look. Alright, we'll add a charge. 10 seconds, say. 1 and 2 and 3. Alright, can you hear that sound? It's really bubbling too. So it's dissolving the plate rapidly. Same voltage. Wonder what milliamp draw was. Put on the 10 amp. We're really high on the milliamps without a covering on it. 700 milliamps. Plain copper and zinc. So the voltage sort of went up. But what about, put it back on milliamps. What about our amperage? Oh yeah, we got 47, 47. And it looks about the same now. But I think it drains a lot quicker without carbon on that copper. Because look, we're really dropping quickly now. Yep, look, right down to our stoppage voltage. Plate discoloured. It was quite clean before we put it in. And a little rest period. It does run, but really bubbles up when you put the power to it. So carbon does sort of protect the copper somewhat. Alright, thanks for watching. That's it for today.